because I know where I'm going. The version of me that my future self demands cannot be in the same place, cannot accept the limitations that at the moment I'm walking on, because I will not be the vessel that I need for the unlimited me that I am becoming. Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel, Redeeming Echoes. My name is Anka Ranja. In our previous episode, we spoke about you are worthy of being loved, and we were looking at loving yourself and loving your neighbor, and we'll just continue in that thought of love and extending that love. And how does that look like now that we are in a journey of loving ourselves and in a journey of then extending that love to our neighbors? And who is our neighbor? It's anyone who is directly affected by our acts or omissions. So we are mindful of them. We are mindful of how we relate with them, how we relate with them, and that sometimes, and that actually not even sometimes, it looks like even what we think about them, because then that's a reflection of what we think about ourselves as well. I love your neighbor as yourself. So does that mean to love myself is to love my neighbor, and to love my neighbor is to love myself? And that looks like holding a mirror, holding a mirror to another, but then them holding theirs, and I can be able to see that reflection. And that looks like I'm speaking from a place of wholeness here, because you don't want a distorted view. I know there are distortion that we are dealing with, but there are people in places that they're at, what they speaks about you is they see you through the filter of their journey and where they're at, and it does not necessarily mean that that is who you are. So you do not allow everybody to speak in your life, because you need boundaries are healthy and very much important in the journey of self-development and inner healing and even awakening to who we are. Because you don't want everybody to speak to your life. Just remember that, because you don't want toxic, you don't want things that do not empower you or actually tell you the truth. There are two sides of the coin. I don't want somebody to lie to me when I ask them, when asked about something about me that I need to deal with. I don't want to feel good. I don't want a love that is very emotional, yet there's no depth to it. It's not deep rooted in truth, because then that's not healthy, is it? And even as let's going back to now that we are learning how to love us, how to awaken to that love that we are, and journeying with each other, because you find that actually you need to be in the community to be able to do this. Isolation does not help. Yes, there are times that you draw in a closed space, and by that I mean not isolation, but rather there are times that there are places that you need to go just by yourself, and that place of closing the door and dealing with your stuff. But normally it's when you are journeying with other people, the iron sharpening iron, the iron telling you, actually this part of you, it's a little bit annoying. Let's work with this, let's work on this together, and even having people that you can tell them, this is what I'm dealing with. Could you please hold me accountable? Because I want to be good at this. I desire to be better, to do better, because I know where I'm going. The version of me that my future self demands cannot be in the same place, cannot accept the limitations that at the moment I'm walking on, because I will not be the vessel that I need for the unlimited me that I am becoming. And there are so many practical ways of looking into this. But I will introduce the concept of Johari windows model, which has 4 parts to it. And this technique is very good in knowing yourself, like in terms of the whole of self-development. You know, becoming aware of the unknown in you, and even relationships development. And I'm just going to focus on one part of that window, one part of the 4 windows, which is the blind spot. And this is the things that other people know about you that you don't know about yourself. There's another element to it. There's another part of the window that actually talks about the things you're not aware of and other people are not aware of, which is a lot. Because we are mysterious beings that are always evolving. And I mean, think of it. We spoke about as he is, so are we. We are a mystery unfolding. And in the unfolding, we're awakening to who we are. And in that, when we are conscious of the journey that we're going through, we want to do it well. We want to do it healthy. We want to do it whole. We desire that. I desire a community of people who cheer each other up in that. I want you to do better. I want you to deal with this. And that's, I know it's a desire, yet I love my community because I'm in that. And actually, I'm talking about this model, the Johari, and I know it works. And you know, there's so many other models and tools out there. And I speak from, you know, the counseling perspective of it. And I know some of the practical ways that you can do in regards to this model that I've done it. You know, for people, you know, the people that you're working with, it has to be people that you actually trust, and it's not a stranger, you know. And if you make it something that you do a lot, it's go to somebody and ask them, you know, what are the things that I'm good at and I'm not aware of? And what are the things that I need to develop? You know, what are the things that actually annoys you about me? You know, be comfortable in being uncomfortable, because it's part of growth, it's part of healing, it's part of wholeness. And you ask people, and these are some of the things that you actually sit with God as well. What can I develop in this? But you see, you find that God uses people. We need to trust people. You know, we need to trust family and friends to tell us the truth. Yes, with no filter. I'll drink to that. And what you find is sometimes you will be surprised that somebody will tell you something about yourself that they have always admired, and it's a skill, it's an asset, you know, this is who you are, but because it has been you for such a long time, so you don't see it that way. For you, it's just you've been normal. But when somebody mentions it, and actually the magnitude of what that is, and a gift that character, that skill it is to others, to humanity as whole, then you can choose to embody that in a way that you can put it out there in a way that actually this is a gift that, you know, the world needs, and I want to work on this, and I want to put myself out there, because then this part of you was unknown, now it has become known. And in knowing it, now you're harnessing that. You know, it becomes this energy that you're like, wow, okay, there are others who are looking for this, I'm going to give them this. And sometimes that looks like, you know, the prayers, we're like, God, what am I supposed to do in this world? You know, what are my gifts? And you find that because it was something that was so common to you, you did not see it as a gift, but now because you've allowed somebody else to speak to your life and you have given them that space to say it, then take that and run with it. You know, it can be something that is annoying or something that, you know, that makes you uncomfortable that they have mentioned. And be in a place where you can allow that to be spoken over you, where constructive criticism is part of your growth. You know, you can tell them, actually, thank you very much for this. You know, I want to work on this. Could you help me? Or could you, you know, I want accountability as I seek the tools that I need, to better myself in this. And some things you'll be like, actually, I need to stop doing that. Yeah, I noticed it, I ignored it, but now that you brought it up and I can see how it affects others, affect you as my neighbor whom I love as I love myself, then I promise to work on that. And yeah, it's that simple, yet the depth of it, where you are now in dealing with this in the next whenever, few weeks, a few months, and you look back and you're like, wow, I love the growth, and because I've dealt with that, then I'm able to love another. I'm able to extend that grace to somebody else. I'm able to hold my space and be confident in doing that. And even in doing so, you'll find when you start to embody that confidence to somebody else who is still broken in that space, they might see that as you being arrogant. And it's okay, because you're oozing the confidence that actually triggers them to be whole. But they're not seeing it that way. They're uncomfortable in your presence, in the light that you are emitting. But it's okay. You hold that space and let them go through their journey. Because in that moment, you are the messenger. You became the mirror of them being like, actually, you know what? If I let go, if I stop allowing myself to be bitter because this person is manifesting this version of themselves that I could be, but I'm not willing to work on. But if I choose to work on, at least somebody has gone a few steps before me and I can see what that freedom brings. And if I do the work, then I can embody that. So yeah, I think that would do for today. You go, have fun. You're worthy of love. And you're worthy of loving others, because they're worthy of your love as well. Because you're loving your neighbor as you love yourself. So please let me know how it goes as you go and speak to your people about this. Ask them these questions and let them do the same thing to you and for you, and come back and let me know how it goes. Much love.